Hello, this is Cherry. I just want to say Happy New Year to all the feedees, all the fat admirers, all the big handsome men, and all the big beautiful women out there. So I'm Cherry. I just wanted to bring you a personal message to all the community. And I just want to say thank you for all the lovely messages and comments I've been having since I've been making these videos. I started back in the summer and I'm really amazed at how many followers I've got. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep making videos, personal messages, as long as you want me to. And as always, please bring me any requests. So there's been some really great messages, things like people said I've helped them accept themselves and embrace their inner fatty, which is absolutely great. A bit about me. I've been aware of this, that I've had this fetish all my life, ever since my teens, probably since I hit puberty. But it wasn't until around about 5 years ago I started researching it in a bit more detail and going on websites like Fantasy Feeder, Phoebe, just looking at a lot of deviant art, a lot of Tumblr, just trying to find out as much as I could about it. And since that time, I've had some chats with some really interesting people. I've done some great feeding sessions. When I got started, I never realised how rare female feeders are. And certainly most of the dynamics that I came across were from a male feeder who is feeding a female. And when I just started out, I just quickly got overwhelmed by the amount of messages just from men, mostly men, but there were some women that wanted to chat. And I would personally love to feed every single one of you. But I just want to say, I think it's really important this fetish doesn't take over your life, which it can if you're not careful. And I think you have to know the difference between the fantasy and the reality. If you were to live the feederism lifestyle 24/7, it would just be far too expensive to start with. But also, I think you have to get a bit of perspective on everything and to know that this lifestyle is amazing, but it's not all there is to my life. I think you have to spend time with people who are supportive, but also other people outside of the fetish. You don't have to necessarily tell them what you're doing. I suppose the advantage I have is that my fetish hides in plain sight, whereas if you've got the urge to compulsively overeat, then you will wear that fetish like a badge, and you have to deal with the comments from friends and family, which that for some people that is part of the turn on, but that's something you have to be aware of. You also have to be aware of the impact that it's going to have on your health. You know that if you carry on to keep eating, compulsively overeating, fattening, highly calorific foods, then you are going to fuck your health up. You know that. There's no getting away from it. I mean, for some people, that is all part of the turn on. And you know the risks you're putting yourself through. For many people, it's a big, massive turn on. But just remember, you never have to apologise for who you are. I think whatever you want to do, you have to own it. And as long as you're doing something that's consensual, something you've not been coerced into doing, something that is made with a right frame of mind, a sane mind, then you've made the decision to do something. So just own that and enjoy it. But in my experience, and I'm sure you found this, that now you have this kink, this fetish, there's nothing's going to stop you doing it. I'm sure, like me, there have been times you've wanted to walk away from it. You've tried to hide it away in a box and tried to live a normal vanilla existence. But then you'll come across something that will trigger it off, and then the beast gets awakened inside. You certainly don't have to apologise to anyone. You don't have to explain it to anyone you don't want to. And if you can find a partner who supports you with it, great. But if not, then there's always some fantastic communities out there that will be sympathetic. As I've mentioned, I think it's important to get balance and to live a normal life. I'd love to say I spend all my days tending to my many pigs, that I've got a whole feeding farm at home. I've got a special room where they're all tied up, and I've got a whole team of slaves that help keep all my pigs fed to bursting. I mean, that would be my ultimate fantasy if I ever win the lottery. I'd love to have a feeding farm. But for myself and for most people, it's impossible to do this full time. But you can have such a lot of fun with the feeder-feedee dynamic. And I mean a lot of fun. The simple act of feeding someone is so sensual, so erotic, and the orgasms you have are like nothing on earth. I mean, the basic act of eating is essential to our survival. But when you have the desire to eat or to feed someone to excess, and then couple this with a strong sexual desire, it is incredibly powerful to resist. I've had some fantastic sessions, and I hope to carry on doing this. So I'm going to sign off now and say this is Cherry de la Creme. I'm going to be bringing you lots more videos in 2023. So keep doing what you're doing. If you don't want to do it anymore, just stop, walk away. But just know that there is always someone that will support you and accept you for who you are. And that you are amazing. You are valued. You are enough. So let me know if you have any requests. As ever, I am available to do personal greetings. You just need to go through my website, which is femalefeeder.com. So I will speak to you all very soon. God bless. Bye.